I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and most everybody on this call should be very familiar with Lightning Estimates, but we've had an enhancement, the WebView link, but along with that, we've also enhanced the look and feel of our software. So when you go into the software now, this is what you're going to see, and everybody should be seeing my screen. You see that, right, Allison?
We're good.
Okay. So when you go in, it's going to open up to a new estimate page. You'll still see the familiar tabs at the top, but they're blocked out until you complete the first page to get to the second, third, fourth, and fifth pages. There is where we used to have a hamburger menu on the upper right. We now have a menu on the left over here, which you can shrink it if you just want more room to work with. If you want to open it up, there you go. So I'm going to leave it open for just a moment. You can see the new estimate tab, but I'm going to go directly into a saved estimate and show you how the new feature works. So here are a list of my saved estimates, and I'm going to open this FHA conventional web view I did for today's demo. So let me go ahead and open that. And I'm going to shrink this down over here so we don't have to see all this. You get a clearer view. But after you have filled out everything, all of these tabs are green up here. We're at the last page, and I'm just going to go ahead and save the estimate. And I recommend saving and saving often. We do have an autosave feature every 45 seconds, which I'm sure some of you have had to use because you might have stepped away from your computer, gotten a phone call from a customer, had to look into a file for something. In any case, I've saved that estimate, and you'll see that you do have still have the generated PDF option. You can export a comparison package or comparison page, and you'll have your generated PDF. So here's one I created today, 11:14 my time. You can view it. And this is typically what your borrowers were seeing before. They were seeing the comparison page with the comparison of two, and you can do up to 4 programs with an individual estimate for each of the comparisons. But let me go back into, now you will see this button, generate web view link. So that is the new feature. When you click this, it's going to ask you to name this. So I'm just going to put FHA conventional. I'm naming it that. You can name it whatever you want. You'll see that you look at this URL path right here. It shows that, and I've actually used this for another estimate, so I'm just going to add a number to it. So there's the URL for this estimate. I'm including both estimates. You can include just one. If you just wanted to show the conventional, you could, but I'm showing both on this particular one. And I'm going to request verification, so they're either going to have to verify via email or text message. So go ahead and generate the WebView link, and this is what will pop up. Okay, you can actually just copy this link and send it to your customer, but let me show you what your customers are going to see, because that's really the important part from your standpoint. I hit the preview button, and this is what's going to happen when they go in. It's going to ask them to verify by email or SMS. I'm going to go and verify by my phone number. Feel free to take that down if you need it. Like I've told everybody on calls I've been on, if you ever need help with something, text me, reach out to me. I do return my calls same day. So it just sent a code to my phone, and it just popped up on my phone. So I put that code in, 3008, and verify. And then it pops up and it shows you the comparison of the two estimates. You'll notice these little informational buttons. If you click here, it says, okay, the mortgage product type. If you were looking at, say, what is mortgage insurance, it explains it. It gives a brief explanation for your customer, so they don't have to, it's going to help you educate them. Okay, you can also pop into each individual estimate by hitting these tabs. So here's the 30-year conventional monthly payment. Here's the FHA, and you can look at the difference in the closing costs. And if you scroll down on any of these estimates, you'll see these little arrow buttons. So what's a flood certificate for? This verbiage is already in there. You have the ability to edit the verbiage on the information buttons as well as these drop downs. So title insurance is one I always got as a mortgage loan officer in the 30 years I've done it. They'd say, what do I need owner's title insurance for? And here's your explanation. So you can change that if you want to, edit those. And then if a customer wants a callback, they can click request a callback. They put their name, phone number in here, and it will send an email to you directly and tell you what they want to know. So it really is it's a nice feature that your customer can get in right away. And the nice thing is once you've done this, you're going to be notified that they've looked at it. So I'm just pulling up my other email over here. Here we go.
You might have seen the email pop up when Jeff was doing it. After he verified, it popped up and said, "Hey, someone verified that web link you created." It sends you an email. It's one of the options when you generate the WebView link. You can get notifications when someone verifies.
Yeah. So Tyler is the brains behind this software. So thank you, Tyler, for that explanation. But if here's the email that I got. Someone verified access. It gives their phone number with their last 4 digits, or it's going to give, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler, it's going to give their email if they use their email.
It'll give their email and it should give the full phone number. So I'm going to make sure that's fixed up.
Okay. So you're able to tell when they look at it, how many times they look at it, and if you have to, you can bring this right up on a WebView page, a Teams call. Same thing you could do with a PDF and walk them through it. But that is the gist of it. Tyler, do you want to add anything to that?
Pull up the generate WebView link again. There's just a couple things I wanted to highlight there, and scroll down. So when you have already created a link on there, why don't you scroll back up to the top?
Okay.
Say you've run an estimate, you've sent out a link, and you change the estimate, you have 2 options. You can update that existing link, which is what it's set to now, or you can create a brand new link if it's completely different property and you're just reusing the same estimates. You've got that option. And scroll down to where you can enter in the borrower information.
Okay.
So if you are requiring verification, you can have the system send an email to your clients. So rather than you sending them the link, they open it up, they type in their email, they get another email, then they finally open the estimate. This skips that step and just sends them the verification email so they can click on it and open the estimate right away. It just kind of shortcuts sending them the normal link and sends them the verification link instantly.
And then I would estimate it, correct, Tyler? So it should pop up in my email over here.
Yes. Though in this case, it will come from the Lightning Estimates email address. So if you're doing it, you just might want to let them know that, hey, this is coming from me. It's an option you have.
There's the one I just got. It says verify your, view my estimate and verify your email address.
Yeah, but, and it still say your name there via Lightning Estimates. So it's not completely out of left field. If you're getting, like your customer's getting an email from someone. Question for you, Tyler. If I'm the customer, I'm viewing it on my phone. I've used my cell phone to access, and I send a question. I've filled out the callback form to send a question to my loan officer. Does the loan officer only receive that via email, or can they get that via text as well?
They get sent via email.
Okay.
Just via email. Text is only for verification for opening up an estimate.
Okay. Anne, I saw you put something in the chat about your fee template. I think the best thing to do, and I'll put Jeff's Calendly link here in the chat for you in just a second, is to book 15 minutes with Jeff. Get your fee template set up so that you know it's done correctly, and he can walk you through that process. That would be my recommendation.
Yeah. And
Taylor, we have questions in the chat, if we can address those real quick, and then we'll go back to if anyone wants to come off mute. So, and Tyler, maybe you can just answer this in the chat from Natalie. Can the link expire? Is the page customizable? Do you want to talk to this or?
Yeah, so the links do expire. I cannot remember the default off the top of my head. I think it's set to 90 days. I'll get back to you on that. And you can revoke a link if you need to. If something changes, it's done, you can pull it. And for an enterprise account, we can customize it. I'm not sure what you mean by showing the disclosure, but if there's disclosure text we need to add, yes, we can have it displayed on there. And yeah, Jeff, why don't you go to the WebView link so you can show some of the analytics, because yes, you can see who's been viewing it. So
so I'm in the WebView links here, and
just click on the line.
Oh, okay. Just anywhere in there. This one, let me go to one with loads.
Okay. And you can open the details.
Okay. I keep having to move this out of the way. There we go. So yeah, it shows this was 4 price points. It's still an active status. At the very bottom, Tyler has, which is nice, what this activity means. He has an explanation of all these items up top. Is that correct, Tyler?
Yes, and actually it looks like the default expiration is 30 days going by this one. You can see there that it expires on July 3rd and that he created this on June 3rd.
Yeah, and you can extend the expiration. So that's a nice feature as well. But you can see Allison accessed it. I accessed it from my personal email. And it shows you the date and time. So every time it's accessed, you're going to get that. You're going to be able to see that. And there was one callback request. And then I can mark that as handled. I didn't see that feature before, Tyler, but I like that. So I can say I've already spoken to him, so it's handled. Check that off my list. So that it gives you all an idea. I mean, it's going to give you analytics, which is going to be helpful because the more times a customer looks at an estimate, it's showing more interest. I mean, that's fairly evident, but it's going to allow you to know who's looking at it and when, especially if they pass the link on to somebody else or a competitor, you'll be able to tell who looked at it. Are there other questions, Allison?
No, I don't see any other questions in the chat. We have plenty of time if there's anything else anyone wants to cover off, or if you have additional information you want to share, Jeff.
Yeah, Allison, did you want to? I'd like you to go ahead and share, how we're introducing this to all of our existing customers.
Yeah, not a problem. So right now, every subscriber and anyone on trial with Lightning Estimates will have complete access to WebView until July 31st. This will be an add-on feature. So there will be an additional cost to your monthly subscription. And if you've been to our website in the last day or two, you'll see that our pricing has changed. So for example, we used to be $39.99 per person per month on an individual user. Trey, I'm going to put his link in just a second. I was just going to grab it when Jeff asked me to talk about this. So our pricing was $39.99. It's now $49.99. So the addition of WebView has essentially increased our price by $10. However, since you guys have been with us and been using Lightning Estimates, we are offering what we call loyalty discounts. So if you elect to add WebView to your subscription before July 31st, we'll do it for $4.99. So half off, essentially. If you are part of a team or part of a company, we are working with your account owners. So I would suggest, so if you're part of a team or company, to let the person who owns your account know, hey, I really want this. This is a great feature. I really want it. Or the opposite. If you have no need for it, you might let them know that as well. I think this is going to be a game changer for most of you. It's going to be an extremely effective way to market open houses because you'll be able to now track everybody who sees the estimate and capture their information. You'll also be allowed to see if a customer forwards it. If I'm just customer and I'm shopping his loan and I send it over to Tyler at another company, he's got to get validated too to see the estimate. So our pricing will increase, but as mentioned, for you guys, just an additional $4.99. Companies and teams will either be all or nothing. So everyone in the team or company will be turned on or turn off. Unfortunately, we cannot do that in an a la carte fashion. So let's say you have, 40 users on your team or your company. It's either all 40 or not. That's pretty much the gist of it. We do have an FAQ document and some additional information. There's also a video that shows basically what Jeff showed today. Let me grab that Calendly link for Jeff. I'll put that in the chat. And let me also grab a link to the webpage, and I'll put that in the chat so you guys can have a look at that information. And Jeff, I'll just kick it back over to you. I will be sending out the recording later today. There are a couple additional questions in there. Tyler, if you can, do you mind scanning through?
Yeah, and just one thing else, and I just threw my cell number in the chat. Been a loan officer for over 30 years. I'm used to answering the phone, and I do date stamp my voicemail, so I clear my messages every day. I will always get back to you same day. It might be a little bit, but I'll get back to you, or I'll pick up when you call. But feel free to reach out to me if you've got a problem with the software or you're, working on something on the weekend. Don't worry, you're not going to bother me. I'm used to it.
Okay, so to go back to our questions, so you answered Justin's questions, Tyler, about construction loans. Here's another one. After the customer reviews the estimate on WebView, can we make changes based on customer questions or feedback? I don't have to start over with a new estimate, correct?
I think I answered, but yes, you can edit your existing estimate, and when you click on generate WebView link again, you can just update the existing link with the changes you made. You also have the option to create a brand new link, but you can just update the existing one, especially if you create something, realize, oh, I forgot to add in the realtor fee of $500 or whatever. You add that in, update the link, good to go.
So Sean Siegeloff, does $4.99 offer connect to yearly pricing also? Yes, it will. So basically, for anyone who's an individual subscriber, the way our annual pricing works is if you pay for a year at a time, you're basically getting 12 months for the price of 10 months. So in this scenario, Sean, we would provide the same type of discounting. So you'll pay, $49.99 for a year of WebView, and then when you go to renew, your price will change, if that makes sense. Okay. Do we plan to add text notifications in the future, Tyler, for when someone views the estimate?
That's something we'll look into.
Okay. I think that's it. So I did put in a link to the WebView page on our website, which has the a video and the frequently asked questions. If you have any additional questions, please feel free. I'll put my email in the chat. I think all of you probably have it because I'm the one who invited you to this meeting, but please feel free to send me those questions, and I'll make sure we get them answered. So we're still getting a couple people trickling into the room. If you've just joined, unfortunately, you've missed most of it. However, I will be sending a recording later this afternoon, probably before end of day, perhaps first thing tomorrow morning, to everyone who got the invite for the call.
Hey, this is Derek. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and say thank you. I've been using Lightning Estimates for almost a year now, and it's helped me along with some other systems that I put in place double my business this year. So I truly appreciate everything you do. And Jeff, he's always, not to put him out there, but he's always available. Sometimes I'll send him an email and I'm like, hey, just get back to me Monday. It's not urgent, but he's right on the phone. They're with me. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
No, thank you. That means the world to us. That's worth more than money. Just helping people. That's what we love to do. Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're clear to close, as they say.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
All right, but thanks everyone for attending. We really appreciate your business, and we look forward to any additional questions you may have. Have a great day.